I'm at a natural stopping point, and I kind of wanted to do a quick update on where I am with the Tacoma as far as the paint job. So, as many of you know, I am documenting my progress on a truck that I am painting. I'm halfway in between a flow coat. I've actually done it twice just because I had some coverage issues, and that's in a previous video. But I kind of just wanted to do a quick update. I have officially resprayed the front cab with base coat again so essentially what I ended up doing was I rescuffed, I resanded everything down, I prepped it. I don't want to get into the details, but I got to the point where I could respray another coat of base coat, and then so I put another base coat, another coat of jet black just on the front part of the truck, just because the rear has already been done. I just needed to give it a second coat of clear. So anyways, I redid the front. It's got a coat of jet black on it, and then it has 4 coats of clear coat on top of that. I'm going to show you it. Just note that when I do since this is a flow coat, the whole purpose of the flow coat is to let these 4 coats dry for a month. I let it dry for a month or so. It's actually been many months, but let it dry, and then I'm going to sand it down and then give it another 4 coats of clear on top of that. I left it tight just because I would rather deal with tightness and a little bit of orange peel that I know I'm going to knock down anyways than have to deal with sags if I made it look too clean. So I'm going to show you it looks a little tight. I'm actually going to compare. I'm going to compare the rest of the truck, which is why I'm making this video, because there are so many different things going on right now. I thought it would be a good idea to kind of just pause and document exactly where I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and show you I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different panels I want to show you, just because there's 4 different panels in 4 different stages. That's just how I work because my garage is small and my time is limited. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the 4 different panels. So real quickly, the front half of the truck has been painted again with jet black and 4 coats of high solids clear. It is on the tighter side as far as orange peel. The rear has already been based with jet black, and it has 4 coats of clear. It was dry, sanded, another 4 coats on top of that. So this is officially 8 coats of clear, and I'm in the process of sanding it and polishing it. So I wanted to show you that. So basically, essentially what I have here is I have the front half of the truck, which still needs to be sanded and then re-cleared with another 4 coats of clear. That'll complete its clear process within the flow coat. And then I'm gonna have to do to the front what I am now doing to the back. So here's kind of where I am as far as orange peel. It's really kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's a little tight. Again, I don't know if the camera picks it up. You can kind of see if you look at the reflection, like look at my hand, see the reflection of my hand, versus, again, this is still the front half, versus if you go to the back, this is 8 coats of clear. See, the reflection is much better, right? You know, again, take a look, just pick any object in the background as I move back and forth, and you could see the tightness of the orange peel. So that's going to get resanded and then cleared with another 4 coats of clear, so then it'll look like this. So this is 8 coats of clear that has been unsanded, unpolished, just 4 coats of clear on top of it. This is what it would look like when I was, I unmasked it and I was done. It actually looks really, really nice. Like I said, so the reason I'm doing the flow coat is because 8 coats of, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. So the reason I'm doing the flow coat is because 8 coats of clear over jet black is supposed to give it that depth look. And then also I use the high solids, which also just kind of, whatever clear I do have on there is not necessarily mostly solids that evaporated. I do have a couple of little dirt nibs here and there. I mean, that's, again, this is painted in a garage. And, I try to do my best to keep the dirt nibs down, but I mean, I get all sorts of stuff in there. I've had bugs crawl around in my clear. I'm gonna get to this panel here. This panel here is one that I sanded. I wish I could show you this side and that side adjacent to each other so you could see the differences, because this panel has now been sanded. It actually looked, I guess I can go ahead and show you this back panel. This is a panel, so that's stage 1. Fully cleared, no sanding and polishing. This is stage 2. This is now sanded and ready to be polished. It's very difficult to see, but if you look, I actually protected the edges because I didn't want to burn through as I was sanding it. So if you look at the edges, you could see the difference in the sanded part and the unsanded part. But if you take a look at it from the side here, because I pretty much finished it with 4,000 grit, it still looks extremely glossy. Now there is a haze, it just looks like a haze that needs to be polished, but this is gonna look like this, and then this is gonna look like this. So this was fully sanded. So when I sand something, you know, I knocked down some nibs with, depending on how bad they were. Like I said, I had bugs crawling around in some of these, so I had to block some of this down. I do have a nice solid black or solid acrylic block that helps me reduce waves. So I had to sand a couple dirt spots down with 600 and 800, but then I give the entire bed a quick gloss with 1,000 to kind of see where my dirt nibs are and my other stuff. And then I do 1,200 and then 1,500 and then 2,000 and then 3,000 and then 4,000. So again, when I do all of that, would end up with a final product that looks hazy but yet very flat with 3,000 grit sand paper scratches, which is almost nothing. It's almost just like it's been, it looks as hazy as it's been sitting in the sun for 10 years without wax. But now this is just polished. This is just compound. I have not done any of the mid polishing or the final buffing and jeweling. But again, if I show you the differences, now you can see a little bit of the difference. I mean, this is the supposedly the orange peel side versus, this, which is like, it's almost like a mirror. And again, I still have a couple of glaze, mosquito. I had a couple of glaze processes to still go. So I wish I could show you. If I get closer, you can kind of see the orange peel. It's really hard to pick up on the camera because, like I said, I keep it tight, but I don't keep it like an orange peel. But when you compare it to something that's been sanded and polished, there's a significant difference. You could read the stuff on my hat, So anyways, just wanted to do a quick update. Again, 4 coats of clear. Technically, I could just sand this and polish it and it would look amazing, but it wouldn't have the additional 4 coats and the depth that the bed has. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm painting another car right now. I'm painting my daughter's car. As soon as I'm done with that, this is gonna get some love. So the whole idea is then to pretty much mask this off, take all, door handles, all that good stuff off, and then just sand it down flat, hit a couple of spots maybe where I definitely don't want any ripples with the block, and some 1,000, and then mask it off and give it 4 coats of clear, and then do what I did to the bed. All right, so just wanted to give you a quick update. I gotta get out of here because the mosquitoes are already out. We've had a lot of flooding. So just kind of wanted to give myself a quick update and whoever subscribed to this channel. So I have a 87 pickup that I'm in the middle of. I've kind of set it aside just because I've been busy with some other stuff. But this thing is next, and honestly, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna finish up the winch, do the lift, and I'm gonna call it done. And then start giving the old Toyota some love. So anyways, if you like what you see here, if you enjoy watching the progress of, you like Tacomas or paint jobs or anything like that, again, I'm a DIYer. I do all this at home. I'm thinking of doing an update on how I do it with my tools at home, because I'm using a turbine paint gun that I purchased, and I really like that thing. This was not painted with that, but I painted other cars with it, and actually I like it. This was painted with a $69 Amazon gun, and if it wasn't for the loud compressor and the fact that I can't paint at night with it, I wouldn't have bought the turbine system. But the turbine system, my neighbors don't even know I'm painting, something at midnight or 2 in the morning. Anyways, hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of content, or if you just want to follow along with the progress or whatever. So thank you for watching. I wanted to pull over and show you guys what it looks like with just compound. There's some pretty heavy swirl marks in there. Can't see them in the shadows, but I put it in the sun. I hope the camera picks it up. It's kind of hard to see, but there's definitely some nasty swirl marks. You can see them right there. front just has a little bit of overspray from when I painted it. But again, it's gonna get sanded and painted, so I wasn't too worried about it. But again, this is a polished panel. It's not gonna look any different. That's the sanded panel. And this is just the standard 8 coats of clear. So it looks good. And then just the comparison of gloss. Big difference. I can't wait. All right, let me put this at the end of that last video. This is future me. You know, everybody's always talking about show the work, show the work, show the work. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the work. And I'm getting ready to pull the truck out. Actually, I've already pulled the truck out, and I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it apart so that I can take the door handles off and do all the other work that we talked about doing. Take the interior panels off so I could take all of the back windows off, take the door handles, the trim, and some of this other stuff. But I gotta tell you, so far all I've done is pull the truck out and set up a tent so that I'm not underneath the direct sun. And I just open up the doors just to take the stuff out of the inside, and I am sweating, man. I've been procrastinating all week because it was 90 something the whole week, but I got to get some work done. So I'm finally going to go ahead and start stripping this. The next step is to go ahead and start stripping it, masking it off so I don't get any dust inside, masking off anything that needs to be masked off, and then start sanding it down. I'll probably sand it down with maybe some 600, 800 wherever it gets really bad. 600 and 800 just to get whatever orange peel and waves are in there, because like I showed you before, there's some orange peel on the front because I kept it tight, because I'm going to go ahead and knock that down and then all right. So you've heard me say it before. If you want to see the rest of this, go ahead and subscribe or like this video. Just subscribe so the next time I post the other one, you can go ahead and see what's going on. I'm going to try and put the links in, but just it'll be fun. You're going to actually see me do some work on this one.